the mountain. Why did it not change that? Lead me away. What did I just do? What? It's like I've never streamed before. Oh, you're in an ad? Oh, Marine. Dude, thank you so much, brother. Thank you, man. Why does it not feel like it's getting any easier? Alan, what up, baby? Oh, I meant to start this over again. Hold on. Started the stream on a good song while I was getting set up. Oh, I gotta turn on my fan. Jeez. Where? This isn't my first time doing this. There we go. Now we're talking. All right, how's everybody doing? How's everybody doing? Don't you fucking farm those points, boy. What a dick. Thanks for that 1 bit, you asshole. Yo, John back. What up, baby? Noob, thanks. Hopefully the audio's better. I got one of these, here, let's see if you can see it. Look, I got one of these like covers for the mic, this like foam cover thing, so hopefully now no more fan issues. Damn you, Marine. Thank you for the 1 bit. Damn you. So we're just gonna chill today. I'm not doing anything crazy. Store from yesterday. But we're on Serpentine 8. It's my favorite scenic route on Zwift. Just chilling Serpentine 8. Man, my ass is super sore. My butt cheeks. From the run yesterday, man, going up these damn hills. Some steep hills. And like my very, very low calves were on fire. Like, not my big ass calves right below my knee. Like, down towards, like, my ankle. Wait, after the swim? Dude. Oh, man. So, like, the swim, you know, water was about the same as my last triathlon. It wasn't too bad. I mean, maybe it contributed a little bit to my uncontrollable breathing at the beginning. I think it was the altitude, man. I think that elevation, I could not figure out how to breathe in the water. So no joke, like I left and probably swam like a really good, solid 200 yards. Felt great. And then all of a sudden, like I just could not breathe. Could not breathe. Swim up a... Yeah, I could not breathe. And then the next thing you know, I'm on my fucking back. And I'm like, dude, I've been doing open water swims. Why am I on my back right now? And, dude, so, and then what happened is, at the very beginning, almost everybody swam to the wrong buoy. We were supposed to go to the orange one and then go way left to the far left buoy and do a triangle. And everybody swam to the right buoy because, like, you couldn't see the far left one because the sun was, like, right on top of it, and then the glare from the water, like, you couldn't even see the buoy. And I was a dumbass. I wore my clear goggles thinking, like, oh, the sun shouldn't be an issue. I want to be able to see where I'm going. So started swimming to the wrong buoy at first. And then the guy in the kayak's like, you gotta go left. You gotta go left. Yo, what up, Hydra? John. So I just backstroked, man, and I got a wicked, like, I guess on my back it would be left pull, and so I would just like do like 5 strokes and have to flip over and adjust, see where I was going. Did that for like the first half, almost the first lap. I was on my back and I was like, I can't breathe, I can't catch my breath. And the guy in the kayak was like, that's what people do. They come up here the day before and then they hop in the water and all of a sudden they can't breathe because of the elevation. They don't acclimate. That's exactly what that's almost word for word what he said. So then I got close to the orange buoy again to where I was within like eyesight of my wife. Well, I couldn't see her, but I was wondering if she could see me. So I got my shit together, got freestyle, got off my back and went freestyle so I could at least look like I knew what I was doing as I went past him. And then after that, I just closed my eyes and I was able to just close my eyes and just wham. I'd do like 10 strokes and look up and have to adjust, but like even the second lap, I couldn't see the far buoy. So I was constantly swimming like way right. And then I'd have to adjust left and but it was cold. It was in the 30s when we started. It was 26 when I got to the event. So it was like low 30s when we started. The water was like 64 degrees. Not too bad. Hydra, you're a sexy beast. Oh, dang. What time is it over there, John? It's crazy. Yeah, my wife and my little girl just left to go shopping, so it kind of gives me some time to hop on the bike and pedal all this soreness out. But so then I get to transition and it's fucking cold and I'm in a Speedo and my wetsuit, and so then I'm just in a Speedo freezing my ass off. And I took like 5.5 minutes at first transition because I threw on thermal bibs, a jacket, gloves, and a thermal cap. And then I set out on the ride. I think my wife said I was in 4th starting the ride. Past one guy and a bunch of females that beat me out of the swimmer. They must have been like the sprint, because there was sprint swimmers too, and there was like duathlon riders, and it was all sorts of stuff going on. So I don't know who was who and all this. So as I'm going up, I'm passing ladies, and I'm like, okay, that's not them. And I pass a dude. I was like, okay, maybe that dude's in, 3rd place. So I'm thinking I'm in 3rd on the bike ride. We're going up this massive climb at like, I don't know, like 450 meters or 1,500 feet in the first 5 miles or 9K. So I was just blazing. I've done this climb. I've done that road several times on bike rides up there. So I was just kind of hammering. Thought I was hammering. I mean, I was. But it's like, man, dude, at altitude, when you're at 7,000 feet, starting, we got up to 8,200 feet by the time we got to the top of the climb. Dude, there were times when 250 watts felt like 300 watts. Whoa, 91,000 viewers. That would be dope. That'd be awesome. Yo, Panda Rise, happy Father's Day. Thank you, brother. Thank you. I don't know if you're a dad. Are you a dad too? Happy Father's Day to all the dads out there. I appreciate that, man. Thank you. Hey, Bailey, what are you doing? No, you're not a dad. Oh, Bailey, what up, baby? God damn it, I meant to turn those off. Shit. Hold on. Shit. All right, you just reminded me. I'm going to go turn those off, but I will do your redeem. Man, I'm super sore from my triathlon yesterday. Okay, disabled. Okay, there we go. Hey, Winter, what's up? How you doing? Okay, here we go. Hold on, Bailey. I got you. Just weird because I'm also on a hill. Hey, that was actually a really good sprint. Wow. Dude, what did I just hit just now? 1275. Yeah. For my first one, I could probably crack 1,300 today for sure. I had the opposite issue of heat yesterday. The first 1 mile run, 9 miles bike, starting to feel lightheaded. Oh, dang, Winter. That sucks. There were people that stopped, like LePage was saying. There were people that quit after the swim because when you were coming out of the water, it was still 30 degrees. And that bike ride was tough, man. And you start with the climb, which has a massive descent, like a 5-mile descent. And my wife said she saw like 2 cyclists on the side of the road just like bundled up, freezing, not even riding, just like taking a break, trying to like warm up or something. I don't know. All right, let's check real quick. Yo, thanks for that. And her eyes. You got me. Oh, look at that. A little 5-second. Dude, let's try and crack 5-second today. Let's get a 5-second PR. Nice, I like it. Thanks. And your eyes. Giving me gains, bro. Thank you, brother. Love you, man. Love you, bro. Go have a good day. Thank you very much. But yeah, so on the bike ride, so I threw on all my thermal shit and I started going up and I'm smashing. I passed this one dude, so then I think I'm in third. I'm bombing the descent in super tuck. And everybody that I just passed is like smiling at me as they see me flying down in super tuck. And I just kind of tried to stay on it. I think my average power on my power meter was 270, 265, 270 when I stopped. But that felt like 300. It was crazy, man. It's crazy, but there was lots of hills. So lots of like time for me to smash the hills and then bomb the descent. So it was a really good course for me. I put up the second fastest time all time for that Huntington Lake Triathlon segment on Strava out of like 6 years or something, 5 or 6 years. Yeah, and like, how are you hydrating like the day before? I didn't even check like peak power. that's not 1275. Yeah, so the course was really good for me. When I came to the turnaround point at the end of the lake, to turn around and go back to the finish, I saw the first place dude pass me. I knew it was him because he had red sleeves on his tri-suit. He wore a sleeveless wetsuit. He was like the only one with red. And he was a big, beastly looking motherfucker too, so I knew it was him. And then I saw this other person ask me that was in aero position on a TT bike. And I was like, that's gotta be second place, but it looked like a chick. So I go turn around and I'm kind of mobbing. And as I'm like going up some of the climbs, I finally like can see this person second. It ended up being second place, a dude. But as we're coming up on this flat section and then it pitches up this climb, the way he was riding, man, it just looked like a chick. And I was like, shit, man, maybe this is first place women. But I was like, dude, I'm riding really hard. This can't be a chick. And so I passed a lot of ladies going up the climb. And I mean, I was moving, so I just figured that, anyways, it ended up being this dude in second place. And so we come up on this climb and about like halfway up, and I'm still back away from he's like close to like bridging over the top of the climb, and I'm about halfway up this climb. And I was like, all right, I got like a mile left to the finish. So I just started slamming. I was like, I'm gonna haul ass up and over this climb, and then I'm gonna bomb the descent. And I figured I was catching him on the climbs and the descents. And sure enough, man, he wasn't descending very fast. He was being very cautious. And so I like cranked it down the descent a little bit to gain some good speed, and I passed him right before we went around this really sharp hairpin turn. He braked really early, and I just kind of let off the pedals, and then I braked like when I should have. Went around, and then I was able to this fire truck and ambulance passed us right at the bottom, and so I was able to hang on and just draft the ambulance. I stayed back like 10 15 feet, but I was definitely in his draft, not having to work very much, and pretty sure dropping the guy in third place. So then we go do the run, and I had to do 2 laps. So it's 2 miles out, 1 mile back. We did like 2 miles of like windy trails, and then it was just 1 mile back. And you had to do 2 of that. So when I started the second lap and I hit the trails, I could hear him behind me. And I never looked back because I didn't want to give him the idea that I was concerned about who was behind me. I never looked back, but I could like hear his footsteps back there behind me. And dude, on some of these like steep parts, I walked a little bit. I don't know if he was walking, but I walked a little bit. I mean, it was a smoker. And so we get to this really steep part after we've ran pretty much the 2 miles, and we're about to start hitting the road. We get off the trail, you go up like this really steep, winding fire road kind of, and then you hit the main road and you head back into town where we were, or to the marina. And so I start walking up this really steep fire road because I was just smoked. And I was like, you know what? I don't like being behind this guy, and I want to kind of like get on him and just kind of hang out. And then I was like thinking this too. I was like, if it was me and I passed somebody, I'd probably speed up, and then there's a chance that I'm going to pop myself because I get all excited that I'm going to pass somebody. I was like, who knows? Maybe he does that. And I knew that I still had like, once we got to the road, I could hold a better pace. I was doing like 8:30, 9-minute miles on the trail, 9:30. Sometimes I'd look down at my watch and see like 10-minute miles. It was just a brutal trail. But the road, I knew I could hit a good pace, and I still felt good enough. Like I knew that I could empty it for 7 minutes or whatever for that last mile. So I let him pass me. I walked. I let him pass me. When he got like 20, 30 feet in front of me, I started jogging. and just held his pace and stayed real quiet. I was trying not to breathe too loud and trying not to let my feet land too loud. And so right at the same part where I attacked and started smashing the climb to catch him on the bike, I was just holding his pace. We passed this lady that was probably doing maybe her first lap of the Olympic, or maybe she was doing a sprint, or they had like a 5K run, a 10K run also. So anyways, that's one of Dave Garge's buddies right there. I mean, he's wearing the same kit, the Circa kit. So anyways, I let him pass me, and at that hill, we're about halfway up. I was like, all right, I looked down at my watch and I saw 5.62, and I was like, all right, I got half a mile left. I'm just gonna smash it for this half mile and just try and pop him, hold a pace that he can't hold. And so I went around him and just carried it over the top. And then I used the descent that he was super cautious on the bike. I used that to carry my body weight, and I just kind of let my legs go. And I looked down at one time, and I was doing like 620 pace going down this hill. I went around the hairpin turn, and then you cut through like some campsites. And I glanced back like 2 different times where I had a good view of like, 100 yards behind me. Never saw the guy. So I just held that. Ended up lapping a new buddy of mine that I met. He was transitioned right next to me, or his transition spot was right next to mine. It was his first time, his first try doing the Olympic, because he's like Spoon, and he signed up for a full Ironman, not having ever done a triathlon before or anything. So that was cool. Second overall. There wasn't looked like there was only 18 entries, and some of those, I think there was 8 dudes. So it was a small field, but dude, that was a fucking tough triathlon at that altitude, man, and with that 30-degree weather. So first place guy beat me out of the swim by like 8 minutes. And then he smoked me on the transition by like 3.5 minutes or something. So he just did tri-suit. And there's no way I could have done that. As I was going through some of those spots, I was thinking, I was like, wow, I'm so glad I put all this shit on. There is no way. I mean, I would have done it. It would have fucking sucked. And it probably would have taken away some of my performance. Being all that cold, and I don't know. So I'm really glad with the way that I planned things out. I think everything worked out as I was hoping it would. That altitude is just a whole different component when you into that triathlon, man. It just made everything so much harder. Like when I was running 8:30s, 9-minute miles, man, it felt like 7-minute miles. Sometimes when I was pushing 250 watts, it felt like 300, but mostly like I was trying to hold what I thought was 300, and I was sticking around 270. And then the swim was just a whole other thing, man. Like, it really was like I had to take an extra exaggerated gasp at the end of my breath. Oh, am I in the just chatting category? Oh, that was for my Heck versus Doc stream. Just chatting, that's funny. All right, we're changing it. There we go. Thank you. Ice Von G, appreciate that, bro. Yeah, right, we need to turn this into a titty stream if I'm in the just chatting category. Bam, yo, what up, baby? Yo, thanks, Winter. That's a bummer you weren't able to complete yours. There was a dude that I passed going to the finish on the bike ride that had a flat, and he wasn't able to repair it, I guess, and so he wasn't able to finish. The fire truck picked him up, Felt bad for that dude. That would suck, like preparing for all that, getting into like some of the event and then not being able to complete it. Next time, Winter, next time. Yeah. Yeah, it's definitely, if you're hydrating to like, if you're drinking to hydrate while you're doing an activity, you're already too late. Like we always used to hydrate the day before for your next day's activity. I didn't hydrate very much. I mean, I hydrated prior to this race, but I drank about a half a bottle of water the entire 3 hours. Didn't eat any gels. I didn't hydrate or do any nutrition like I planned. Oh, nice. Hell yeah. Hell yeah. See, gains to be made, Winter. Gains to be made. Yeah, exactly. See, yeah, same. Like I will never do that triathlon again just because the altitude. That's really something you got to like go up there. And it's an hour and a half drive. You know, go up there a few days before to acclimate. Actually, we got up there Friday night, and then Saturday the race. My Garmin said that I'm now acclimated to 3,500 feet. So half of the distance, or half of the elevation I was at for the race, just in one day. So that's pretty cool. But I'll never do that one again. I'll do ones that are a little more local to me. Oh, nice, Winter. Hell yeah. Samuel, we're just chilling, bro. I did a triathlon yesterday. So I'm just kind of noodling. Yeah, I got to get that shit squared away, though, Texas. I got to fix that real quick. Especially before Texas. It's just, when it's cold like that, I mean, fucking like in the 30s, I never feel like I have to hydrate. I never feel, I don't know, I don't overheat or anything. I'm not getting hot, you know? I warmed up a little bit on some of the climbs, especially the big one at the start of the bike ride, but for the most part, I was extremely comfortable, a little chilly. But it was perfect because it was like the right amount of chilly, not to like mess with me at all. It felt like a nice, beautiful bike ride, actually. The thermals helped. Oh yeah. What's the elevation up there? I mean, because it's crazy, man. So like what I was saying is in the swim, what I finally learned is that I had to like gasp in when I would take a breath. I had to go and like do this last burst at the end or something was how I ended up starting to swim naturally in the freestyle position. Oh, geez. Nice. Yeah, glad you're feeling good. Yeah, hydrate up. Actually, this event that I was at yesterday, it was a world championship qualifier for duathlon. I was talking to a guy. He wanted to do the Olympic triathlon, but once he saw that they were doing a world's qualifier for duathlon, he changed his registration and did the duo. Made me think about it for a second. World's qualifier, that'd be pretty cool. Qualify for world championships. I don't know how that all works, but so as of now, next triathlon would be in September in Texas, or there is another one here in August at the lake that I've been training in, which is like 67 degrees, maybe even warmer. But it's a sprint, so I don't know. Maybe I'll go try my arms and legs on the sprint triathlon in August. I don't know. We'll see. Bam, yo, thanks, bro. So it's pretty cool looking at my data on my Garmin from the events in the on the bike ride. I was pretty much like holding zone 4 for I think an hour and 8 minutes of the hour and 14 minutes it took me on the ride. I think like a lot of that was like descending 5 minutes. And then the run, I held zone 4 heart rate the whole, like almost the whole run. I left my Garmin on as I walked from the finish to the transition area. So it shows like some extra time and extra distance and all in like zone 1. But so I pushed, man, I pushed. That first place dude was just so damn strong. Oh my God. So damn strong. He qualified, or he had just raced St. George or some shit. He qualified for Worlds, and they were saying that he had raced in Utah at the Worlds. So I was like, it's got to be St. George. Yeah, for sure, Winter. Yeah, for sure. Yeah, I mean, if I did this one in August, it'd be pretty hot around that time. Down here, where I'm at. Yeah, it's probably going to be, even if we started at like 7 a.m., it would probably be 80, 85 degrees already. Because it's always like 80, 85 when I wake up in the morning in the summertime here. Like this coming week is supposed to be like 103, 104 degrees or something all week long. So I'm going to try and do some heat training a little bit, I guess. And then while I was doing that triathlon yesterday, they also had the Climb to Kaiser going on, which is a bike ride that I've done twice. It's ranked as one of the top 10 most difficult and most beautiful bike rides in the country. It's 155 miles and almost 16,000 feet of climbing. And they came past us. We were, as we were driving home, we passed a bunch of them that were descending. I was giving them all a little thumbs up and shit. Oh, nice. Nice. That's good. Yeah, I'd like to try something else. I'd like to try a sprint triathlon it's a 400 meter swim. It's like a 6-minute effort. And the bike is like 12 miles or something. The run's 3. That's super quick. Oh my God.